another 49ers saga,
Woo!
and
Let the drama begin.
it's getting pretty spicy as we speak. What is up, everybody? We are back. It's been a minute, but it's good to see Danielle. Hopefully everything is well.
Oh yeah, just that fighting that pneumonia.
Yeah, that's no joke. But I know we kind of missed on the drafting, but I said we can probably wait until after the draft or something. So, the draft is what it is, So how do you feel about the draft? Did you feel like we addressed other needs? Or? Oh.
Yep.
So how do you feel about the draft? Did you feel like we addressed a lot of the needs, or did you feel like
I think I was most disappointed is you literally, first off, dumbass, drafted a fucking wide receiver in the first round when you could have drafted a right O-line. Like, I think we did good. It's just we have 11 wide receivers, CG. Yeah. 11. Like, I felt like the left side isn't as bad as the right side that should have been addressed. And it's like, but other than that, I guess we did. We'll see.
I mean, in the first round, there just wasn't quite the good amount of linemen in the first round that I would take. Like the only offensive line I would have took was maybe Jackson Power Johnson from Oregon, but even at that point, he slid to the Raiders. I mean, Zach Frazier maybe, but Kingsley San Mateo was kind of more of a project. It's like I can see why we didn't go offensive line. I was surprised we didn't go defensive line, but instead we went wide receiver, like you said. Like, I don't know what to say about this, but good Lord. So we decided to go get ourselves a vanilla boy.
Brandon Ayuk, bro.
Is that what it is?
A vanilla Brandon Ayuk. From what I hear, he's somewhat just like him.
Oh, you know what he looks like? You know that one guy named, what's his name? That swole guy? He looks like that swole dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you know who that guy is. That dude's like jacked, but looks like him with the cap on. So I guess, like you said, he's kind of like a Brandon Ayuk, but just light skin, I guess.
Nah, he vanilla. Ain't shit light skin about him. He a pure white boy. He just been around niggas. That's just what it is.
Yeah, he's kind of like one of them white boys that likes to fit in with the culture. That's what it seems like.
Oh, like Travis Kelce. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He's a wide receiver version of Travis Kelce. He can get open.
Yeah. The definition of, and that Max Crosby. Like,
oh, he's got that attitude vibe, is what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's more like everybody keeps making comparisons of him as a Cooper Kupp, which is not too bad of a comparison.
It's not.
But I think he's more of a the more I watch his game, the more I'm kind of thinking of a different receiver. But I think he's more like a Stephon Diggs, a little better than him as far as like not afraid of contact. Like he's got the route running like Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
I think consistency is better, but I think his talent kind of gives you a little bit of Stephon Diggs.
Then I seen today that El Chapo, also known as John Lynch, was like, yeah, Ayuk and them staying. I guess nobody wasn't giving them what they want.
Well, yeah. I don't think nobody wanted to give him a first round or anything else. So But then we came away with 2 wide receivers, so that's kind of insane. Like Jacob Cowan give me some of that speed vibe, somebody that we've been missing.
Yeah.
But
And you see, we got T.O. boy. So.
Oh yeah, Tyreek Owens. Yeah, that's an intriguing one. We didn't get Rice's son, unfortunately.
No, Harbaugh took him.
Yeah. But then we got this one cornerback from Florida State, Ronaldo Green. This is an intriguing pick.
Yeah.
I was surprised we went cornerback early this time. We don't usually go that route, but it's been a while.
Normally, I thought it goes undrafted.
Or at least lower rounds, like maybe 3rd or 5th round, but not this year. So they move down one spot with the Chiefs, and they get an extra pick, and then they go get the cornerback. For whatever the value is, it's too good to be true. We haven't drafted a cornerback in the 2nd round since Shante Spencer.
Yep.
And the last time we drafted a cornerback that high, it was Mike Rump. That was like so long time ago.
It's crazy.
Maybe we'll break that streak next year, hopefully.
That's what they need a draft for, is a draft head coaches. Do that.
Yeah, but then we did go offensive line. There wasn't too good of a value at that spot. But in the 3rd round, we got ourselves a guy who can be a starting caliber guard or tackle. So Dominic Puny's pretty good. So I looked at his snaps.
I'm just ready to see what these guys can do. But I'm wondering, is Hufanga supposed to be back during preseason or after preseason?
I think he might be back after preseason or something, because he's still coming off an ACL injury. And we did draft a guy to fill in case he can't play. So
yeah,
I like that draft pick that we got from Wake Forest. Malik.
All I know is I hate the Saints with a passion.
You hate the Saints?
They stole Kool-Aid from me, man.
Kool-Aid, man. They stole Kool-Aid. You know who else I hate the most? I hate the Eagles for taking 2 cornerbacks I like. Gwen Mitchell and freaking Cooper DeJean. God.
I thought we was getting Coop, though. For real.
I thought so, too. And I was like, shit.
I seen that. I said, damn it, CG. They fucked us again.
I actually made a rant video about that shit. I was like, God damn. Like, we had a chance to move up. And then I have to say this, as much as I hate to say it, I think Raiders did pretty well in their draft.
Boy. Oh, they did good.
I mean, they got a number 1 tight end, the number 1 best center. Shit, we couldn't even get that guy in the 1st round. We couldn't get the center in the 1st round. Man, they must be really stucking up on Brendo a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then we drafted this guy in the 4th round. This guy, he happens to have the Raheem Mostert 2.0. This guy's got speed like never before. Like, this man can run track. This guy can do everything.
He can stay healthy.
Yeah, he's a track star from Louisville, but he didn't get used a lot in college. He's got less tread into the, like they say, the less tread in the wear or something.
Yeah.
So he might do okay. I mean, sometimes running backs that don't get used a lot in college turn out okay. The ones who get used the most get injured a lot.
Yeah. So I think that's what I said. I think I give us a C plus.
Okay, so which pick did you like the most? Did you like the cornerback? Did you like the offensive lineman, the running back, or the other receiver? Or
I like the offense, the running back.
Ooh, you mean Guerrero?
Yeah.
Man, can you believe they had Mexico announce that draft pick?
That shit was funny, CG. When I watched it, I said, "Oh, this is what he talking about." Wait, what?
No, the way I said it to you, like, it kind of seemed like the NFL. It seemed like the NFL gave the script and say, "Hey, Mexico, we're gonna have you announce this pick since it's close enough to be announced in Spanish."
Right.
Yeah, because you could think about it. Doesn't Guerrero kind of sound like a Spanish name, kind of?
It kind of does. And I was like,
that kind of seemed like a scripted pick right there. Because come on, why would Mexico want to announce that pick? But then I think Roger Goodell said, "Hey, Mexico, we want you to announce this draft pick. This is close enough to say in Spanish, so do it for us, please."
Like, you racist motherfucker.
That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. Like, Yeah, even as a Mexican, I would say that's kind of like legit.
No,
But
it's
yeah,
not.
no. The way it sounds like they're like saying, "Hey, Mexico, we're gonna have you announce this pick, but please say this in Spanish for us. It sounds better." Oh, let's say Isaac Garendo. You know, Isaac Garendo. That's in Spanish. Why not you guys do the announce for the Niners? This is who they want.
Yo.
And then we got this guy that has the last name Cowing. Cowing. Is he
Yeah.
gonna throw a cow?
You know what? I've been hearing talks about him. Some people say he's all right, and
He's got speed.
that's what mostly everybody's talking about. He's got speed, and
Very vertical. I think
they
he's
say
a
he's very versatile. But that's
yeah.
what they also said about that Cowing is versatile and
And he
he
can
can play
return
both
kicks too.
sides. Yeah, so
I mean, he can do something that we've been missing. Like we're missing that speedy receiver that can put a top on the defense a little bit. And we thought Danny Gray would be the answer, but it's not the case. He's not on the football field. So maybe we get something with Jacob Cowan instead.
well, we'll see when Nick Searson and Joe Staley got up their sleeves.
Oh man. But I
So
mean,
excited!
well, at least we draft one of your USC guys. I mean,
Of
Jarrett
course,
Kingston.
of course.
We
The
couldn't
49ers and USC.
Yeah, we couldn't get Mr. Rice's son. How dare the damn that? Like some of the fans were pissed we didn't get his son.
Hell no, Harbaugh said, hell no, I want him.
Yeah, and he slid in the 7th round. That's the weird part. He could have been drafted a little earlier. I guess it had something to do with the funeral or some shit that he was doing. So maybe he wasn't able to get those calls earlier. That's how weird it. Yeah.
That's why I say I think we did pretty good. I just think that like a lot of fans, they were just like, "You drafted a fucking wide receiver?"
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty rare that we even go for a wide receiver. We haven't went for a wide receiver since Ayuk, you know. So
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying. So it's like you have now 11 wide receivers.
yeah, and
11.
it's gonna be tough to pick the. I think we already got the idea of who's gonna be the fifth. I mean, the fifth receivers on the roster. Like I can just name it off my head. Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, and then you got Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowan. I think those are definitely the 5 guys that are a lock.
Yep.
And then it just goes down to who would make the roster based on special teams. I gotta say it's Ronnie Bell. Danny Gray seems like the odd man out for some reason. Chris Conley, maybe experience and being on special teams might be a huge factor, but I might have to give it to Ronnie Bell a little bit because he's younger and he probably won't cost much compared to what we got with Chris Conley.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to come down to Chris Conley. I think Tariq Owens is going to have to take another year to develop. So I don't know. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I think he might be a project because he's a late bloomer, and usually that takes time for some players like him to flourish. I would love to see Terrell Owens.
I'm pretty sure T.O. was talking to Kyle like, hey.
I'm hoping that Tariq surprises us and makes the roster. That would be nice, but I just think realistically, I think Ronnie Bell would be the 6th receiver because his special and the fact he's a reliable catcher. Just needs to work on holding on the ball.
What was it, number 10 or number 0?
No, number 10.
The curse number 10.
As long as he doesn't return kicks, we're good. I don't mind him as a special teams gunner because he can do well on the kickoff team and all that stuff. I just don't want him returning kicks. If you need him for the red zone, he's pretty reliable. So I would be okay with that. But if we're gonna move on with those other receivers, at least that opens the door for the other guys. But I'm kind of praying and hoping. Yeah, I'm kind of praying and hoping that maybe T.O. makes the roster and gets an opportunity. That would be nice, but I think Ronnie Bell's taking that roster.
Yeah.
Like Chris Collins' experience might be viable, but I think we can just cut him and still put him on our practice squad. And he can be activated like by any time of the season. So I think he would probably be okay with that.
I'm actually excited to see how Ricky and everybody, fits in with the wide receivers. Like,
Yeah, there's the continuity that's going on too. The continuity because he knows Brandon Ayuk from going to college over there at Arizona
yeah,
State. There's connections between him and Brock Purdy. They played against each other.
yeah. He said Joker put like 7 against 70.
Yeah, like that's that bad. And he said that he was that talented, but he says, I'm glad to play for him now. But you can tell he was excited about it. Then there was this one pick, this one pick in the last pick of the draft. We got this linebacker from Florida State. There is familiarity between him and Bosa. So they
That's
know
what
each
I
other.
heard too.
Yeah, they know each other for a long time. So I guess this was based by continuity or something.
The
So
fuck is we just a homie hookup connection?
the homie connection, it seems like. I mean, Ronaldo Green knows him in college, of course, because they play together, and Bosa knows him personally. It's a weird vibe, right? It's just a weird
It's
vibe.
like,
Maybe they're
hey,
trying
hit
to,
my buddy.
yeah, they're bringing the homie connection out here. But I mean, you can't go
That's what
wrong.
it seemed like.
What?
Well, we'll see because both the brother didn't work out. So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
Bosa, yeah. But I'm looking at all the rest of the stuff
I
here,
ain't
and
talking about his actual brother. I'm talking about Chase Young. It didn't work out with both
it
his
didn't work
other
out with
brother,
him. But
Chase
he was
Young.
advocating.
So it's
See,
like,
this is the guy we drafted in the 7th round, and this is Bosa right here. They got Tatum Bethune, the last pick of the draft for us. This guy. It better work out, Nick. I know you were advocating for this guy. I know he was advocating for this guy.
I heard he was.
Yeah. I think Ronaldo Green even recommended also because you play with him too. Sometimes when they vouch for somebody, it works. Even Jacob Cowan has connections with Ricky Pearsall and those other guys. So I guess there was continuity vibe, right?
We shall
Malik,
see. 'Cause,
yeah, Malik
I be getting
Mustafa
a
might,
lot of shit talk to me.
yeah, I think Malik Mustafa might even have a huge role down the stretch as our starter
I
down the
think
road.
he will too.
He's a hitter. I watch his plays and I'm like, damn, this guy he gets on the play and finishes that shit. Like he's quick off the reaction. He's good against the run too.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid of knocking somebody out too. But I
Well,
mean,
that's good because what's the name? Draymond Greenlaw.
he plays safety, but still, yeah.
He
I
can
think
knock you out.
Drake Greenlaw is the kind of guy where he says, I'm gonna knock you down. I don't give a shit if I get flagged or not. I'm coming to knock you out.
I'm fit to come get you.
I'm gonna come and
I'm
get you.
actually excited for this draft. So
Yeah, I'm kind of
for the
intrigued how we're
season
gonna
to
use.
start.
The one pick I'm more intrigued by is I'm intrigued how they're gonna use Isaac Arendo actually. Because I'm curious, is Jordan Mason going to be out of the roster because he can't pass block? Is Elijah Mitchell going to be expendable because we might see what happens in the preseason?
I don't think Elijah Mitchell gonna be here.
What's even funnier is I saw a video what Larry Krueger just said. And you might even think this sounds kind of weird, but Larry Krueger thinks that Isaac Arendo can go play fullback.
What?
Like, he thinks he can go play fullback. Like, I'm not kidding. No, everybody, see, he says everybody was going to laugh about it. Like, in today's NFL, you don't need a fullback to weigh 250 anymore. They can weigh 235 now. How much do you think we use check weights? 235?
I say 240.
But it says 235, but Isaac Arendo is listed at 221, so I don't know. But it kind of seems kind of debatable, maybe, but I don't see it happening. It would just be too much more weight for him, and I don't think he'll have that 4.33 speed anymore. I think he'll barely have the 4.3 speed and still be effective.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Most of the other they was talking about the speed, and I was like,
I mean, he's an athlete. Let's not deny that. I think in the draft, I don't think we look at him as a running back. I think we look at him as an athlete, like somebody that we could try to figure out. I think he's definitely going to have a role as a running back. But
Yeah, because our other running back, yeah, slash
everybody,
wide
yeah,
receiver,
yeah,
slash wide receiver always get hurt.
everybody always complains about like our. They always complain about the running backs. Like, why does Kyle always draft running backs? Why can he just stay away from running backs? Maybe it's
Because
his
our last
addiction.
running back, like Kyle, be trying to have running backs at his disposal.
Yeah. You know what's even funnier? I think nobody realizes, but Kyle, I think Kyle's that one guy that has that I don't want to make it sound weird, but he has that, that P addiction or something with his obsession, like when he looks at running backs, he looks at like
He has a
he looks at
fetish for running
looks
backs,
at
man.
no. But when he has a thing for running backs, he looks at them like it's playboys. Like he's like, oh, I
Yeah,
gotta have
he
this
has
guy.
a fetish.
Yeah, I gotta have him. Oh, John, let me get this guy. I gotta have
No,
this guy.
you don't.
That's what he says. Carcass,
Hey,
fuck the Eagles.
he does have an addiction for running back.
Yeah, running back addiction is like his porn addiction, straight up. Like he can't even think of a running back. Like he might just say, I can make this guy special. Oh, I gotta play for this guy. He's gonna fit perfect on this offense. You know that one coach from the Water Boy, what's his name, Coach Clyde? He says, "This
Yeah.
is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna throw it to the right, or this and that." He seems like that guy. Oh my god. Carcass got jokes about you being a Lions fan. They actually did pretty well in the draft. They actually did pretty well in the draft. I ain't gonna lie. Eagles, they did pretty well. Like you look at the secondary, I think their secondary is going to get them. I think they're going to make strides in the secondary for the Eagles. But I think the Cooper DeJean was a damn good pick.
I think so too.
They're the ones that kind of bring the negative vibe to the Eagles are the ones that don't like Cooper DeJean. Like I've kind of like looked at a lot of content creators from other fan base, and all I've seen from a lot of those content creators is, oh, don't draft Cooper. He's white. We don't want a white cornerback. And it's Eagle fans saying that shit. He can't play cornerback. He's white. He can play safety, but he's kind of garbage. That kind of seems harsh. But I got a couple clips I just found, and I'm like, why do some people think that way, bro? This guy can play. This Cooper DeJean
There you go, Carcass.
Carcass is happy that Zeke is back, but for what? Back to go on the buffet or something?
Carcass is a Cowgirls fan, and he was jumping for joy when they brought back Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, you know what's going on with Ezekiel Elliott? He's not going to come back to form. He's just going to come back to the buffet.
No, how about OBJ in Miami?
That's crazy. Like I didn't even think that would happen. But how many receivers do the Dolphins need?
For two?
They got too many damn receivers. Like they got too much talent. Even if they didn't sign OBJ, I still think they got a good talented receiving core.
Yeah, they do.
But what is that?
OBJ, I just think he just either trying to chase a ring or chase the money and stay relevant.
I think he's just trying to stay relevant because I don't think the Eagles are. I mean, I don't think the Dolphins are going anywhere else. Like they had to beat out Buffalo for that division.
I was talking to a Texan fan, and they said they believe they'll be the number one seed.
I think it's possible with the talent that they got with CJ Stroud. Like if CJ Stroud can make the strides like he did last year, I don't see no reason why he can't take them further. I've had doubts with Ohio State quarterbacks because I've seen their history in their past. I even said the same thing about Justin Fields, but yet I'm a hater. But CJ Stroud's kind of shown me something that I was wrong about. One thing about CJ Stroud is he learned how to adapt. Like with the talent he has around him, it made him even better. Justin Fields,
Yeah.
I've seen enough. Bears.
So he's gonna be sitting behind Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Squealers.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the Bears had the worst receiving core. They had at least a solid receiving core. I mean, they just got DJ Moore last year. It's not like Darnell Mooney was a scrub. I mean, they had the tight end, what's his name, Cole Kmetz. So you're telling me he couldn't make the most out of those
Wait,
guys?
Cole Kmet was with the really?
Yeah, the tight end. Cole Kmet is the tight end from the Bears. See, he's not that bad of a receiver, but everybody wants to give excuses. Now there's some of those Justin Field fans are saying, "Oh, see what they're giving Caleb Williams? They're giving him a lot of talent." Well, it's because Justin didn't show nothing. Of course, the Bears are
Because
trying to build a they're trying to build
the
a
one thing I will say that Caleb Williams did for my college, he was very great at disguising how sorry our defense was. He was. So
he had to outscore the other team because that defense was bad. Yeah,
yeah, our defense was trash. It wasn't bad, CG. It was trash.
trash.
Like
Like so,
trash.
Alex Grinch was the DC. That I can feel that pain because that defense didn't do shit in Oklahoma. I mean, you look at the guy. Okay, who was the most talented player from UFC? All you had was it named Bullock or something? Colin Bullocks.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the most talented one. CG, based on the draft, did the NFC West get better? I like how Arizona drafted. Adam, I definitely will. NFC Cardinals, yeah, you can say they did well in the draft, but I'm gonna have to. I'll have to disagree. I'm probably gonna say the Rams did pretty well in the draft because what the Rams did was they hit the home run on those draft picks. They got an edge rusher to complement Byron Young. They got a D tackle to replace Aaron Donald. They filled other positions and they actually added a lot of good talent. So the Cardinals, you expect them to add more talent because they're still a work in progress. But I do like what they did in the draft too, so I'm not gonna lie. So you get yourself Marvin Harrison Jr., which is of course it's an obvious choice. Darius Robinson, I like that pick from the Cardinals. I was actually kind of saying the Niners were gonna get this guy, but damn, those Cardinals made a gutsy move and took the guy.
They did. Because
I
I thought
wanted
we
that
was going to
guy.
get a man.
I wanted that guy. But
That's
damn,
who I wanted.
that dude he's versatile. And the Cardinals took him before we did. So I think as far as their draft, yeah, they did pretty well. But don't discredit the Rams. They did pretty well too. Seattle, I think Seattle did pretty decent.
I
Like they
think they
got,
did pretty well.
yeah,
I
the
think
best,
the top teams that aced it is Baltimore, the Squealers,
the Eagles.
the Eagles.
The Rams and Cardinals, you can put them up there. I think the Lions did pretty decent enough. But I mean, I'll give Raiders a little props for it because at least they got two good
He
values out
said
of the
big
picks.
little props. He ain't get big props. They get little props.
I mean, they got the best center in the draft. That's where I give props. The best damn tight end in the NFL draft.
I
Yeah,
don't know how to man.
I heard that. I don't know if this is true, but I heard on draft day Brock Bowers' dad was fucking pissed.
That's what I heard too. Like
He's a Niners fan, I guess, but I guess he didn't like that pick. I guess his dad was a longtime Niners fan.
I thought Bowers was coming to the Niners.
He kind of had interest of both teams, but I guess he kind of went with both because I guess his mother's a Raiders fan. But
He said, "Sorry, Dad, not this time."
but I heard Jackson Powers. I guess Jackson Powers Johnson actually had ties with Raiders because of his grandparents were season ticket holders. But I heard he had interest in the Niners. He wanted to go to San Francisco also as another option.
Clara.
He thinks he's better than Brendo.
Dang.
Which I believe he was, but we didn't even get the guy. But yeah, Lions got two LBs, right? They drafted two linebackers, right? Oh, they got two DBs. Yeah, they got two DBs. They got Terry Arnold from Alabama, and I forget who else they drafted, but yeah, they drafted pretty well in the secondary. Okay, so for the Arizona Cardinals, it's hard to disagree on their picks, but yeah, Darius Robinson was one of my favorite picks. Marvin Harrison Jr. was a no-brainer pick. Max Melton, damn it, bro. I hated that they got that guy. I was praying that we would get Max Melton. Max Melton kind of left the impression that he wanted to be a Niner, and we didn't even.
That's what I thought.
And we didn't even trade up for this kid.
Well, talk to your GM.
But we settled for Ronaldo Green, according to the NFL Football Focus. Oh, Ronaldo Green actually he put Malik Neighbor in the island where he didn't do nothing. So maybe Ronaldo Green will be okay. Maybe
We'll see. I'm
Ronaldo
actually
Green.
excited for preseason. I ain't gonna hold you to see what these young bucks can do.
I'm intrigued to see who's going to be the other starting cornerback because Demo, we know he's going to play the slot, so we don't got to worry about that. I mean, Travarius Ward, we know he's going to play that side of the field, but yeah, man, it's just crazy. God damn. Like,
I
Dominic.
wonder because I noticed when Ricky was talking about he played it against Purdy and stuff. I think
They got beat. They scored
he
like
put up
Purdy's team
70
scored
on.
70.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a plus. So they have a
Well, high school
connection.
football is
So
different. Like it really depends on how good your team is too.
at least they don't have to get. He's somewhat familiar with Brock and his
Yeah,
game. So it's like,
I mean, like okay, so think about these receivers. These guys have connection to Arizona, so they know Brock Purdy. So I think this is continuity to me because Ricky Pearsall's familiar with Brock Purdy, and Jacob Cowan is very familiar with Brock Purdy. So there's that AZ click or something. They have something called that little AZ click. So maybe they might
go to
work
click shit again.
that connection. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
then Tatum Bethune's got that connection with the Bosa, man. I don't know why, but our depth at DT scares me because we have veterans and not much young talent. Will they hold up all season? That's what I'm concerned about. But
I thought we was getting some younger feet.
yeah, we got this kid that we got undrafted. Maybe there's a chance he might develop. So we'll see. Evan Anderson is kind of an intriguing D tackle. I think he's 6'3", 326 pounds. He's a good run stopper. Maybe we'll see what we got.
See
But
what we can do.
let's not sleep on Kalia Davis. Let's be fair. Kalia Davis hasn't got a chance to show what he can be. Maybe with Kalia Davis, you might see what we can get with this kid.
Yeah,
I mean, I want to see what this young talent can do. No need to go get another tight end. I think we want to see what Braden and Latu could do with George Kittle. Robert Tanya seems like a rental. I wouldn't want to get him. So he can go away next year and we don't see what these guys can do. I would not want to waste an investment unless I
I
feel the need
think
to.
Danny Gray gonna be here.
I'll be shocked if Danny Gray makes the roster. Because for him to make the roster, he has to return kicks or do something on special teams or at least make some big plays. But I think we're going to trade him for a draft pick, I bet you.
I think we are.
I think there's going to be a team that's seen what they like in Danny Gray and they're going to probably give him some chances.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be a team like the Cowboys, maybe the Raiders or some team, and we get something in return, like a late round pick or something. That's definitely possible. Like, I think another team's going to be able to utilize him a little better. I don't think we have any good use for this guy. We tried to play him, but he can't block or do anything. So I don't know. He's just like another wasted draft pick we just put on the bench.
we
I
got a
was
lot
kind
of draft picks on the bench.
I was intrigued by his talent. I'm like saying, yeah, okay, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds, runs a 4.33. I want to see what this guy can do. Those 2 years have been wasted. Like shit. What can we do with Danny Gray? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't mind Jamal Adams if we use him as a blitz package guy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind him. What do you think? Because there's been reports that we're definitely interested in Jamal Adams.
If they put him in blitz, I'd take him.
Yeah, I think I think you can use him in different packages. Maybe at this point of his career you don't have to put him at safety as much. Maybe put him as like a linebacker, like a little dime package or something, and maybe put him in blitz package.
I
Yeah,
think he would do good in the blitz package.
yeah, and yeah, I think he would be a nice pickup. I think bringing him in would be good depth. Okay, so we got what is it? We got Malik Mustafa. And if we get Jamal Adams, this is a pretty good depth. And then George Oden's on special teams. So you look at the entire depth piece, that's a pretty deep
That's
roster.
pretty good.
I think this is the most talented roster we've had. No offense to last year's team, but I think our secondary is a little bit better. If we add Adams on our safety, shit, I like our depth. Linebacker depth, I think it's promising.
I'm actually excited to see Coween and Mustafa.
Oh, Malik Mustafa. Yeah, Mustafa's
Yeah.
he's a missile. That dude like lays the
I'm
head.
actually more excited to see him than anybody. I don't care about nobody else.
That guy grew up a Niners fan, so he had a good
Yeah,
excitement.
that's why I know he was like, yeah.
I don't know. You ever seen the video where he had a little reaction of this video? I found the video. Maybe you want to do a reaction on it, right? Or try to like see how he felt. Like I can't show the video part, but I can give you the sound of it. This was a Malik Mustafa video where he kind of finds out he gets drafted. And this guy talks excited, like he's pumped up.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, this is John Lynch from the Niners. What's up? How you doing, man? I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. Been just appreciating your game, man. Your interview at the combine was my favorite of the whole stack. You made me feel a little inferior because you're so damn swole, but we are fired up to make you a Niner, man. So we're gonna draft you right here. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I appreciate you, man. You're going to get my all, man. I promise you.
Yeah, he pumped.
That's awesome, man. I'm going to pass you on to Kyle Shanahan, okay? Congratulations. Okay.
Don't listen to shit that nigga say.
Yeah, he's excited. Watch how he gets excited.
Hey, how you doing? Doing good, man. Congrats. I appreciate it, man. It's my honor, man. I grew up being a fan of you guys, man. Dude, that's awesome, man. Hey, you already have a head start.
He just said he grew up a fan.
We love the way you play, man. It started with your style, the way you hit, the way you don't hesitate. But that's exactly what we want at every position. So can't wait to get you down here, Joe. Malik, how you doing, bud? Good. How you doing? Good. Congratulations, man. John's just fired up. He's been talking about you all day. I'm fired up that you're here. Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. Look forward to meeting you in person, man. Enjoy this day with your family. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, we'll have some of the coaches give you a ring later on. Yes, sir. I will. Thank you. Thanks, Malik. Congrats.
Talking about a ring, you better get it.
How about you get a ring?
Look at that, he's excited.
He hype.
Yeah, and then they just knocked the hats down. They said, "Take these hats out." That's kind of funny, right? Man. You could tell he was very happy, man. Shit.
He grew up a fan.
He grew up a fan. Like, oh, I've been dreaming about this. And he talked about how he met Frank Gore or something, that it was a starstruck moment for him.
Yeah, you give it to this motherfucker. But you gonna tell my husband, Tom Brady, who been a Niner fan his whole life.
And we passed on this guy 6 rounds. But we didn't pass on Purdy this time. Oh, actually, Dolphins passed on him, actually. Dolphins, yeah. Did you see McMillan get drafted by the Bucks? Yeah, dude. I was, in a way, I had a feeling he was going to go somewhere else. Because, I met this kid. I met Jalen McMillan like weeks ago before the draft. I was really high on this kid. I said, man, if the Niners get this kid, they're going to get a baller. But Ricky Pearsall is kind of exactly the same as McMillan. If we wanted to get somebody like Pearsall, you could have just got McMillan. McMillan was actually, I think you can look at the talent. It's very similar between the two. It's just Pearsall was the number one guy in Florida because they didn't have nobody else. Let's be fair. McMillan was on a stack Washington Huskies team. But man, I think for the Bucks, they're going to use him right. He's going to be a number 3 receiver. Once Mike Evans retires,
you think now that we got fresh legs that we'll come up with the new playbook?
I think they're going to try to open up the playbook with the receiver like Cowing. Cowing opens up.
Yeah.
I think for Ricky Pearso, that gives us chances to go up the middle because he's not afraid of the middle. But to answer Adam's question, I think the injury with Hufanga is can he come back the same? Because, ACL injuries, it's no joke. But everybody keeps saying this technology is different. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. See, even my boy Adam, I know this guy for many years, and he even didn't like the idea of Ricky Pierce. So if we wanted to get somebody like that, we could have got Jalen McMillan for that. Man, if Jalen McMillan would have got drafted by the Niners, I would have jumped off the damn pool or went off the damn cliff just for excitement. But nah, he went to the Bucks. Oh yeah, and the Eagles did sign Kendall Milton as their other running back.
I think the Eagles just want to be like a.
They keep getting Georgia players every damn year. Yep. Every freaking Georgia damn Bulldog. But Sean King had some thoughts on these draft picks. He actually was agreeing with some of the Niner fans. He said, "Why you didn't get Leggett?" He says, "Why you didn't get that guy?" But he says, "I'm not going to judge on John Lynch's draft pick because he says John Lynch knows what he's doing." He says, "I just didn't understand why he didn't go with the other guy." But he says, "I think this kid, he thinks that Pearson will be solid." He said, "Yeah, he might be okay with y'all." But he says, "I'm never going to question John Lynch because he says John Lynch knows he knows talent." So I guess for Sean King, he vouches for his teammates. So I guess he doesn't say nothing bad about him. I guess if there's that mutual respect for each other, they keep it. But he keeps saying that's why John Lynch. He even keeps talking about how John is a great GM. He says, "Oh, dude, you guys got a damn good GM." He keeps like,
"Hey, Adam, I agree with you, boo. It kind of does remind me of Dante Pettis. I totally agree, dear.
White Pettis, damn it." But McMillan's a better receiver actually, and we didn't. And it took him to the third round. Shit. We could have traded up and got him instead of the Puny pick, but man, Puny might be pretty good.
No, I wish we would have traded up though.
Yeah, but Dominic Puny, I'm glad we got offensive line, but I don't know if he'll start right away. I think next year he might take over Banks' job because Banks is up for a contract, so we might have to move on with him next year.
Oh yeah.
So. That is thinking ahead, right? Getting somebody like Puny to take his job would probably think ahead, right?
Yeah.
I think Banks' value is going to go too high, so I don't know if we're going to be able to afford him. But I'm pretty sure if we offered him something decent, he might take it and just stay here. Sometimes staying close to home is always something they prefer to do. But if they got to take some more money to go elsewhere, they might take the big bag. But I think for Banks, he's probably going to look for a big contract. And maybe he wants to get out of the Bay Area so bad because he's from there. Maybe he wants to get out of there. Sometimes you want to explore other states. A lot of people like to get out of their own states just to go out of their own comfort zone and go somewhere else. Like, I know my friend, for example, he moved to New Mexico because he was getting tired of the cost of living over here. So he wanted to go somewhere out of his comfort zone. Sometimes going out of state is a good thing. What people don't realize is going to Arizona is not the worst state to go to, actually. There's a lot to do over there. It's a lot of fun over there. Yeah, their casinos are decent, but they got good places to go to. Some people keep saying...
And they also have the devil, too. Which is heat and bugs and just...
Yeah, but...
I used to be in Arizona. And I used to be like, it's nice. Weather. They have good food. Yeah, they have great food. And
it's
a lot of it. It's just...
It's not like hot. It may be hot weather, but it's dry weather. It's just dry. You don't sweat. It's like you're getting a tan or something.
I don't. Unfortunately, I took my grandmother's complexion and we get color, but as soon as we take a shower, it goes away.
Yeah. But I guess the difference is, like, doesn't Arkansas kind of get kind of hot during the summer, or is it just cold during the
summer? Yeah, it does, but I still don't get no We try not. That summer don't bother me because growing up in Oakland, no, none of the houses had AC, so
But
I could.
Oakland had at least like not that bad of a weather. You know, it was mostly like chill weather. Every now and then it
That's
was.
because we got Indian summers. But then when it got hot, you couldn't even go to the library because by 9 o'clock the library closed down. So
Yeah.
me and my son, we lived at Chuck E. Cheese. It was just like, God, God is hot. So we be at Chuck E. Cheese. I hate that place.
Ooh, he likes Westgate in Arizona. Oh, that place is cool. I want to check it out, Westgate. I know. I think that place is familiar. It's somewhere down Glendale, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Oh, that's that
I
neighborhood.
wonder.
That's a
I
neighborhood.
wonder what Kyle's gonna do now. Like
Oh yeah, that place is badass. Yeah, I remember that place. It's somewhere down Glendale.
now that he got some young fresh talent, and I wonder how the OGs and stuff, like how Trent Williams when we got Brock Purdy, they immediately linked up. They were immediately close. So
Well,
I'm
it's.
excited to see how the family dynamic blends in.
I think Ricky's gonna click in with Brock pretty easy. Like I think he's gonna be very likable by the locker room because you can just tell when you saw the interview with Ricky Pearsall, you saw the personality. Like he seems like a laid back dude, but he seems like a George Kittle character.
Yeah, like he always high, like Kittle.
He seems like a George Kittle personality. With Jacob Cowan, you kind of see the excitement. He actually grew up a fan too. Crazy. So we get a guy who grew up a fan and actually wanted to play for this team.
Why we
And, it,
couldn't draft a head
and
coach, CG?
I know, you know what the draft pick can be? Herman Edwards? Not just playing.
Yeah, I take. Everybody was like, "Who you take?" I take any coach who won a Super Bowl because at
Uh,
least they know what to do, bro.
so let's say hypothetically we can trade up and get a coach. Would you get Jim Harbaugh back in a
I
heartbeat?
sure in the hell would. In a
Oh,
heartbeat. In a
ah,
heartbeat. Come
who's got it better than
home.
us? Nobody.
Nobody. Man.
That shit was like a catchphrase. That was like a phrase.
That was the most popular phrase ever
I
in
would,
the NFL.
it'd be kind of funny if we get Deion Sanders. That shit would be funny. Because
Oh
he
man,
wants to
yeah.
be a college guy, but he's too much about the clicks. Everybody keeps talking shit about this guy. Like, what's your thoughts on this Colorado stuff, man? A lot of this drama, a lot of this transfer portal shit.
Well, according to half of Twitter, it's racism, and I just be
Yeah.
like,
Hey,
it's not racism, it's nepotism. That's all it is. I
Did you
think
know? Did
people
you
just
notice?
don't like Dion because he's flashy and how he does stuff.
And he's kind of a show off at times, but he doesn't try to.
I mean,
See, did you notice
Dion's
the Niners
super
didn't have a
person.
draft party like they usually do? I didn't notice that. Didn't even know they did that. Didn't even know they did a draft party. Maybe they didn't really care for it this year. What's up, Crazy Juice? But yeah,
Why
I
we didn't
think
do a draft party? Oh.
yeah they usually do it every year, but I guess it wasn't that big of a deal this year.
No, I don't think it was because they was trying to focus this year. But I have a question,
Okay.
hypothetically. How does Brandon Ayuk still fit? Because Brandon Ayuk and Brock Purdy are poetry in motion.
Mm,
But now that you have Ricky and they instantly have a connection,
it's all about continuity, but I think the fact that Ayuk is going to be a part of our plans going forward, he's already been
until
fitting
this
this.
year,
He's been fitting this offense since we got him, so he's gotten better consistently every year. So he's dependable as a he's a good blocker and yards after the catch. I mean, consistency when he gets his targets, he goes he produces and does everything that needs to be asked to do, you know? I think that's what makes him a great fit. And plus, he knows Ricky Pearsall, so that's another good reason why he's probably not upset about this. He even just said that pick was sick or something, or he said something like that pick was fly or some shit like that.
Ain't no telling what Ayuk. He don't speak English. But it
No,
was
but
funny
Ayuk
how
gave
he
him a
made
call.
the dance when old boy from the Lions got paid, and
Oh my
Brandon Ayuk went on Instagram and was like, "I'm finna get
dang.
a
It'll be good.
bag." I was like, y'all better pay him.
Yeah, better pay him. He's worth every damn money. I mean, no offense
But
to
I
Debo.
honestly don't think him or Debo gonna be here next year.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think Debo's contract's avoidable next year, and it wouldn't surprise me if we plan to move
No,
on.
Debo ain't going nowhere. That's Cowboy.
Not if it has to hurt his little financial money. I think he might have to move on. Kyle has to at least move on from certain players that he has to make decisions on. But I think
Okay, Adam said I think Ricky is gonna replace Debo next season because of that contract. You
because
might be right, Adam.
that contract next year is avoidable. They can avoid his contract if they trade him or release him next year. But I don't think they're going to do it this year.
Oh
Debo's
no, John Lynch came out and said that Debo and IU are staying.
yeah,
So,
for this year, yes, but I think Debo is out for
but
next year.
do you think the reason why, I think Debo was a wide receiver slash running back. The difference is when he had Jimmy, he was utilized for everything. And then when the Niners added CMC and we got Brock Purdy, he kind of got to take a back seat and like he didn't have to do
Yeah,
as much.
yeah, but like in the previous year, he was the only him and Kittle were like the main targets. So,
Hmm.
but I think adding a lot of weapons takes away the pressure for him. So yes, I think at this point we're gonna see what we got with these young guys. But I think for Debo, I hate to say it, but next year he's out. I don't see us trying to like. I don't see us picking up the option of the contract that's avoidable because we could avoid next year's contract and save some money out of it. The problem is, where would Debo play at? I think he would go to Miami or maybe some other team like the Jets or something. I don't know.
Um, my
I
homie
just,
on the Pittsburgh Squealers said they want Debo.
yeah, I think he might go to Pittsburgh. The only place I wouldn't want to see him play with is those sorry Rams or the Raiders. I don't want to see him or the Cowboys. I don't want him
That's
near
how
those.
I can see him going to the Cowgirls.
I can see him go to the Cowgirls based by the popularity, and plus they want to sell tickets, so he might be their only way. But I just don't want to see him in that damn colors.
I
I don't have
don't either, CG man. Like, yeah.
business as usual, like they say.
That's the one thing. That's what I need the fans to understand. Also,
It's
I
business.
get it. We have a connection, but this is still a business. Business is business. I
I can,
wouldn't.
I
I
can see
didn't
him
want
going
to
to
see
Vegas.
Armstead go, but hey, Armstead had to look at it as wherever I could get my money with my injury history, I got to go. But then the stupid thing is, you took a fucking pay cut over there when you could have just stayed here and took the exact same little bit of money.
But he got more money out of it, so I don't think it hurts him. I think it hurts the Jaguars more because they're giving this guy some free money. For he's basically not going to be dependable. So what they're going to get for 3 years out of Armstead is he might just play 10, maybe 10 to 12 games, and he'll miss some time. So you better get some good insurance policy. I understand Niners are all about loyalty, but when I seen KC trade Tyreek Hill to build that old line and still got them a Super Bowl, that's part of the business.
This
It's gonna be good.
business is business. Sometimes you got to take.
Oh, look what they did to the cornerback. They just traded him, and he had a good performance in the Super Bowl. What's his name? Darius Sneed.
Hmm.
He got let go. I don't think their secondary is going to be the same.
I think the Niners need to change their tactics and fight dirty. I ain't even trying to be funny, but from what it's looking like, Mahomes on his way to another one, and
And
it's like,
the best way to beat him is you got to get on his head a little bit. But the problem is those stupid zebras will probably throw a flag anyways.
not the zebras,
I call them the
not
zebras.
the zebras. Yeah.
And they always bring that stupid referee. What's his name? Vinovich or something? Bill Vinovich or something? That guy. I don't know why
Build a bitch.
he's been
Yeah,
on
build a
two.
bitch.
I call
Yeah.
him. I call him
I called
Vinovich.
him build a bitch because that's exactly who he is. Build a bitch.
Bilibich. That guy, yeah, Bilibich. That guy's cost us 2 Super Bowls, but I'm not gonna make excuses about it. I think it came down to Kyle, so I'm not gonna come
Well,
in.
I also think somewhat, what's the name, special teams has to take some responsibility in that
Special teams
too.
was another factor, but I'm not gonna make
Yeah.
excuses about it. But I guess we can use that Bill Vinovich excuse. Nah, dude. As much as I hate to say it, Kansas City Chiefs, you should have never gave them opportunities. If you would
There
have
you
scored,
go.
if you would have scored a touchdown or two, there was no way they were coming back. You had every opportunity and you didn't even run the ball. Even if you wanted to pass the ball, you didn't get too creative anymore. So I think Bill Vinovich actually put it into it. Yeah, did you see the NFL improve that helmet protector the players could wear? It's gonna look weird.
Chad, I can't wait to see the punt kick rules, and
I don't like this
yeah, they might as well just turn it into flag football.
yeah, like the Guardian cap or something. Dude. So does that mean we can hit them in the helmet area? Because at least they
No,
got padding, right?
I don't think
Got,
so.
but with all that pad, that should protect you from getting a concussion. I don't like that. They even made it optional for them to wear it too, which is stupid. Who wants to wear something extra on the helmet? Doesn't that hurt your neck more?
Apparently for Tua, because he honestly needs a little extra.
Tua's got all the protection he can get.
And still catch concussion.
Yeah, concussions, but I don't like that rule. It's kind of weird. Like,
I mean, I get player safety,
but it's too
but
far.
then it's just like I don't want to sound like I'm insensitive, but it's you knew this is football.
You signed up for this, and you're
So
gonna.
this, like I get it, but it's like, how is it that back in our days they was playing? Man, they was cracking people left and
They were
right, and
playing
no,
for they were playing for fun and knew this is what they signed up for. And now they're just playing like, oh, I don't want to get hurt no more.
it's like yes, Darvin Ham's injury was wow, but it's like
I
y'all
mean,
gonna either have to man up or just turn it into flag football because injuries happen. I get you try to prevent the worst of the worst, but
yeah. And then
they doing too much.
what else I don't like about college football is they've overtake the damn transfer portal too far. They need to stop having that as an option.
Thank
Like
you.
stop complaining about your playing time. You committed to this program. You might as well finish the program. You're not going to go at. I mean, if you want to transfer, at least try to finish a couple years, or at least try to finish until your entire year. But I'm tired of those transfer portal guys. Then why complain over why complain over coaches like Dion, those other guys?
That's
You
why
you committed to those
Nick
guys.
Saban bounced.
Yeah,
Nick Saban did them NIL deals and did.
it's ruined college football in some ways because you can actually bring in some guys from other schools and they can be a huge reason why you won the championship. I just don't like it. Like college kids are basically having NFL years in college. And that's the sad part. Some of them might not even make it to the NFL and they're getting fucking paid. Good on your part, but not good for business.
Right?
Like, so let me get this straight. So there, like, let's say there's a tight end, right? Let's say this tight end gets the transfer portal, and he doesn't even catch the ball a lot. He's like the one that maybe catches like 10 passes a year, and he gets paid a little bit for the transfer portal, and he complains about not playing because this team runs the ball more, but he wants to go to a team that gives the ball to the tight end a little more, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna still probably go into the season maybe like 30 catches at best or whatever, and he's probably gonna still complain about his damn bro and says, I didn't get enough targets. Can I transfer again? That's what I don't like. Like, I'm not a big fan of these transfer portal shit.
I think that if you are going to do the transfer portal,
do it the right way.
Then do it the right way, or if you know, like
there's got to be a
You probably
reason why you're
ain't gonna
leaving.
play that much or get what you want. I think
There-
they should make it mandatory that some of these kids still finish school.
Yeah, and some of the transfer portals they don't use it the right way. Like, okay, I can only understand if you're not getting playing time. Okay, you can get playing time at a different college level. I can respect that because if you're not going to be a starter, okay, if you don't see me involved in this team, okay, I can take a transfer. But
Yeah,
I want to go to a school that's probably not going to do good, so I can play and build myself. Okay, I can go to let's say I go to Wyoming, right? It's probably going to be a country state, probably not too flashy to go to, but I'm probably want to go over there so I can build myself up. Maybe they might win 6 to 7 games, and that might be a huge reason why they're successful. So I might want to take that route. So I can say, well, I can take my talent to Wyoming, or I can take my talent to New Mexico State. They ain't shit. I can build myself up. Oh, I can go to Northern Arizona. Flagstaff's pretty nice. It's pretty cold over there. They don't got nothing big over there. Montana State, nothing special. I might want to go there. Some of the people, I mean, that's probably the best way to go. You might have to go to a smaller college if you want to build
and
yourself.
I also think for the young guys that come in, they need to really, because they're young, have some form of financial mentorship programs because you're throwing these kids millions and millions of dollars. And you need to teach them like financial literacy. Like, yes, I know you want to take care of mama, get him a house, da 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 da, but invest your money, save it, teach them something.
Yeah, I agree. Flag football could be a little violent. Nobody realizes it too because I played in those tournaments. It could be physical. Yeah, transfer portal does help the smaller schools more than the big schools, but sometimes the big schools even try to take advantage of it.
Oh, you mean like Alabama and them? Yeah.
Yeah, they take advantage of that shit. You're gonna see that with Georgia and quite a few other schools. Like UFC's done it. They've taken advantage with those talents. Like, let's be honest, USC can get anybody they want. Bet you Lincoln Riley's gonna bring in some other guys. Oklahoma, they tried to
I
bring
was
in some
so fucking
guys.
glad when that piece of crap goes, man.
I've told you about Lincoln Riley, right? I told you he ain't that shit. He couldn't do it in Oklahoma. What makes you think he'd do it at USC?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I thought. You couldn't do it there, but you come to USC, you kind of should understand the culture. And it's just like,
He's all about the money.
yeah, like you could have stayed in Oklahoma.
He couldn't do shit in Oklahoma either. All he can get is to the championship, and that's it. He's like, I don't want to sound disrespectful, but he's kind of like the Kyle Shanahan of college football.
Not disrespectful. I've heard that multiple times.
Nah, he's the Kyle Shanahan of college football. He's brilliant, but he ain't gonna do shit.
I've heard that scenario like 1,000 times.
He could be a brilliant play caller, but one thing that Lincoln Riley does not value the most is defense. Doesn't really
And
value.
that sucks. And thank God we had Caleb Williams to cover that up.
That's the only downside of Lincoln Riley. If he were to coach at the NFL level, he has to value defense a little more. That's where I'll definitely give Kyle his credit because at least he takes defense seriously. Like Lincoln Riley is just like a Kyle Shanahan light. I'm not a big UFC fan. What's up, John Jay? What's up, Chargers reports? No, I'm just playing. I wonder if Pete Carroll will go back to SC if they fire Lincoln Riley. Nah, I think he's done, bro. I think
Hell
Pete
yeah, he needs to go back. He needs to go back. Because they
why?
gave
So
my
he can have
boo
a heart
Reggie
attack?
Bush. They gave my boo Reggie Bush's trophy and our wins back. Go
But
home.
why
Go
would he want
home.
to go back with all the health condition? Then he'll be the Joe Paterno of college football.
Hey, David.
Oh, you about to go home from work? Cool. Yeah, send me the link, please, for a bit. Nah, dude, I'm gonna end the show, bro. I do the show weekly with her. We'll do something later tonight, man. If you're up tonight, we can do a little
Hey,
hangout.
All Access said that you the biggest USC fan ever.
Nah, but But David, we can do one tomorrow. We can do one tonight. I mean, if the reception's good. But yeah, I got you, man. I'll send you the link for tomorrow.
But honestly, I think the sleepers. I think San Diego finna have a turnaround.
San Diego, I thought it was LA. Good lord, I keep thinking, yeah.
Chargers. They are
Chargers,
San Diego Chargers in my eyes. I can't. Just like they will forever be known as the Oakland Raiders. I will never call them Las Vegas Raiders.
and that would be like me saying that I'll never call. I'll still call the Washington Redskins. Don't
Yeah.
care.
Oh,
Don't care.
or I call them the Commodores.
Commodores, but it's a joke that they had to switch names. Yeah, but a little later tonight, I can't Empire today. Nah, dude, I do. I want to do my hangout later tonight, like maybe around 11 or something. You can jump in at 11 p.m. once I clock in. If you want to jump in at 11 p.m., we can do a hangout at 11 p.m. because I'll be at my job. CJ, do you think they are going to change the Pac-12 where it's done? I've
It
heard that
it is. It's
it's already
done.
getting
It's
over.
the Big Ten, and most Pac-12 went to the Big 12,
Yeah,
and
they're
then some
done with
of us went to
Pac-12.
the Big 10.
It's folded.
Like it's over. We're over. I
No,
can't believe.
they moved USC to the Big Ten.
Yeah, we're in the Big 10.
Yeah, but I mean, if you
Greatest
guys,
college ever.
Big Ten's going to be competitive. Yeah, like Pac-12 is dead.
He said CG is mad because Jim Everett called you a Rams fan.
Nah, Jim Everett knows I'm a Niners, bro. Come on, man. Are you saying Jim Gaverett? Gaverett? Like Gaverett? See, I said as a joke. I said as a joke. I said as a joke. Yeah,
Oh, the St. Louis Rams. He called you the St. Louis
the
Rams.
Spudheads, like I call them Spudheads. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah,
The
Pac-12
Pac-12 is no more.
it's no more. I'm kind of curious. Is the Mountain West still going to continue? Because I think they might need to expand the Mountain West and different conference together. They need to emerge this conference. Because I do
Hey,
watch
all access. Don't do that. Don't you do that disrespectful stuff. All access.
USC and Colorado were the reason the Pac-12 died. Why? Because of freaking Deion Sanders and Lincoln Riley? Good Lord.
Yeah.
Man, Colorado is actually putting clicks on them damn shit. Actually,
I don't know why all access got Bay Area sports. And
no,
he a whole Raider fan.
no, he's actually a Niner. No, actually,
Nah, since he want to talk trash about my team, he
yeah.
a cowgirl fan.
Oh, Washington
He said,
State and Oregon State joined the Mountain West. That's pretty cool because I watched Fresno State at their stadium.
he said in Washington destroyed it by asking 50 mil per school.
Good Lord.
50 million?
So wait, so is Colorado going to the? I know Colorado's going to like the
I
Big
think
12.
they're going to the Big 12.
Yeah, the Big 12. Man, you
Hey,
know what?
college football finna be amazing. And I
No,
can't wait.
college football's watchable because of freaking Deion Sanders. Everybody keeps talking about this guy, man. Come
Don't
on.
forget, you guys, the WNBA preseason is tonight.
You know what? Since everybody's talking about college football, I'm gonna get my college football shades.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back. Give me a second. We can go on for a little bit longer, but you can get.
Uh-oh. He's finna go get his Cal
I'll be
Bear
back.
shades.
I'll be back.
He finna get his Cal Bear shades. That's all it is. Go ahead, Adam. Right? He a Bruins. You right? Okay. All access. Double rock. Oh, you Hunters Point? My mama was Filmo. You know, people over there in Frisco. You know, they ain't got no decorum.
Find my damn shades. You know, can't find my Deion Sanders shade. Damn.
Oh, you can't find your Bruin shades.
Oh, can't find it. Never mind. Guess I'll have to look for that another day.
Because that's telling you need to get rid of that sports team.
Nah, I had to look at the other shades. I couldn't find them, so I'll probably have to look more into the storage. Got a lot of my stuff.
You know what shades you can wear?
I got them Deion Sanders shades, them gold shades.
Fancy.
I had
I
them
was saying
before.
you could get the Kyle Shanahan shade. You know.
No, but I had the Deion Sanders shades. I just don't know where I put them at because I have like so many. Dude, like my storages are pretty big, so I have a
Wait,
lot of.
Deion Sanders got sunglass shades? Oh,
Yeah, you don't know. If you knew,
no,
you
I
knew.
didn't. See, I don't pay
Give me a
attention.
few seconds. I'll probably check one more time. Maybe I must have checked the wrong area, but yeah, you'll like them. They're cool. They're
Deion
cool.
Sanders, okay, Mr. Pimpin. Hell, I'll take Deion Sanders as my head coach.
Man, Deion will be my. He can run for president over Trump. I don't care.
I don't want no. I'm tired of looking at all these old people.
Hey, I want to see Deion become president of the United States over damn Trump.
Nah, hell no. They already. That's too many. Up two. They gonna be like 2 black presidents. We can't do it.
I would never vote for any other person.
Born and raised Hawaiian.
Gotta be some working. Woo!
He found his Bruins.
Yeah, found them. Found them finally. Sorry, it took me a minute. Found them finally. Had to be somewhere in the closet or something. Let's see. Woo! Coach Pride.
With the fancy
Coach
cake.
Pride.
With the
I'm on that
fancy cake.
I'm on that Colorado train for this season because I like watching it.
Yo. All right, CG. That's all
Yeah, we've
right.
been
I
going up.
go get me some Walmart glass.
Yeah, we've been going on a little longer. I know you probably got some stuff to do, but we'll do something next week.
All right.
So next week, do you want to have David jump in next week or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, David, we'll get you in next week. But hey, what do you guys think of my shades? Dwayne wear those shades too. The Rock wore them. Hey, John Jay, can you get some? Can you get those kind of shades? John Jay needs to get some shades like
You both
these.
said a hard pass.
John Jay, you look pretty cool with them damn Deion Sanders shades, bro. Matter of fact, I want to dress up like a coach right now. Watch. I got
Uh-oh. Next. Okay, I'm ready.
I'll be right back. I got something funny. You guys are gonna laugh. I got the comedy. Got the comedy.
Born and raised.
Coach CG with them shades and the pride. Woo, we about to get some comedy. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you look like a coach.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to be a coach this year. Look at my gray hair. Look at my
Well,
little.
you could go coach for the
Yeah,
Lakers.
I'm a coach.
You could coach for the Lakers since they fired their coach. They looking for one.
I heard that Rondo's taking the job, possibly.
Oh.
How you guys doing? You guys like my new little comedy style? I'm Coach CG for the week. Matter of fact, I might want to do this for next week, right?
Yes, we need to do it.
So what am I? I actually made fun of that one coach from the Eagles. I made fun of that dude.
No,
Yeah,
you
Doug
kind of look like Lane Kiffin, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you.
Actually, I made fun of that one dude. I made fun of that one coach from the Eagles. So I look like Doug Patterson? God damn. Even that dude from the Jaguars?
Dang.
Oh, man. I look old, right? I'm off Friday now.
I guess.
But, okay. I guess we can call it a day, guys. I know we've been going on too long, but I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
All right. See y'all later. Hey, Coach CG's in the building.
Coach
Y'all want comedy?
CG,
Coach CG, I might need comedy style. Matter of fact, I'll catch y'all later. Look at that. Look at that. I'm a coach. Now I need to go get me a whistle and be more of a jerk. You guys think I look funny? You guys think I'm hilarious? I'm the freaking coach. I got them shades on. I'm a little funny. I'll catch y'all later. Let me know if you guys think this shit's funny. I got this shit on a good deal.